Beans?
What?
What are we looking at here?
That's a good question. Looks like chairs made of leather.
Chairs made of leather.
Oh,
they got our thing. It's flickering.
Surprise! It's a set. Yo, it's a set. Ain't that wacky?
Ain't that wacky. Zach, I believe you have a position behind the camera.
Yeah, I gotta go to a gamer chair. Gamer chair. Gamer chair. Gamer chair. Woo!
What
Alright.
This is something we got here.
You guys have seen me scream. Already.
Do we want to? Yeah.
Face contort into horrible shapes like the painting screen.
You know, this was such a hesitant thing because I don't like seeing myself on video, which is why I did not get in the film, and we'll talk about the film later.
I thought that it wouldn't be a big deal, but right now I'm
you're shaking, aren't you?
out.
You're shaking. The people have already seen you. They've seen you before they've seen me.
That's true.
They've seen you first.
The Man of Death and Shame that you all have to watch right now.
Have you guys seen Death and Shame?
Have you guys seen The Man of Death and Shame?
Have you guys seen the Death and Shame? It's really good.
Have you guys seen Death and Shame on my face right now?
Yes. This is the man. This is the man.
The Man
of Death and Shame. Do we want to?
We want to clap. That's what I want to do.
We're gonna clap.
Alright, claps first. Scola claps first. Every damn time.
I always.
He gets to.
He gets jealous that I get to clap first.
Why does he get to clap first? Alright, it's my. Look at the name. Beans. That's my name.
It's not even your logo or my logo. Kyle should really clap first, probably.
Kyle claps first.
Kyle.
So we just never start.
So hold on. Let's wait for Kyle to clap. Welcome back to BeansTalk. We're back. A lot of stuff has happened in our lives and in the lives of BeansTalk. There's obviously this thing that we've already addressed called a set.
A set.
A set.
It feels very good.
With chairs.
I feel extremely happy about this.
Yeah. It's quite a. This was a.
Can I look at the camera?
No, I don't. That's what's so weird. I don't want to look at the camera. I just kind of want to. Just don't look at the camera.
Should I look at Zach?
You should look at Zach. See if Zach can make us laugh.
All right. It would not be very hard for him. He's a talented man. If you had watched our last episode, you would know that. Right? The last time I think so. You know, people have been telling me that you said you fired us. People have been telling me that I should listen to that episode, and here's the deal. I'm extremely lazy, and I have not. And I looked at the camera again. I'm sorry, guys. Was that awkward?
It's gonna be quite a first episode. So yeah, we got a set. And I felt, we got this. Yeah, you can kick up your feet, Beans.
Oh, I can?
You can kick, sort of. We need to get. I only have one ottoman. If we can get another one, it'd be nice. But also, it covers up this nice table, and the nice flicker we got going on here. We got some coasters. We got a little deck of cards because I decided to put a deck of cards on here.
That's my cup's bigger than Scola's?
Yeah, he's got the true cup. He's got the true. Yeah.
Don't be turning that cup around. You don't want to see what's.
You guys want a taste of true Coca-Cola taste.
Guys, all right, here's the deal. We went to the World of Coke Factory. All right, that was pretty cool. But I had to First, I memorized the lyrics to "Cool Water" immediately afterwards, and then proceeded to sing it around the house as a way to combat the propaganda that World of Coke had instilled in our minds. You see, I was fighting Coca-Cola propaganda with water propaganda, because water's the best thing ever, and we need more water propaganda in the world. Was that quality content?
That was great content. So we've touched on the set. Big change. There are no high school seniors in this room. There's no high school seniors in this room. It's all college freshmen here now. We're graduated. What a day that was. That was
weird. I didn't think it'd be as big a deal as it was, because everyone was just like, "Oh, you're just walking around the stage," and so to me, it literally became that.
Yeah.
in my brain, but then it wasn't.
Yeah, then it wasn't. Then you got mentioned in the valedictorian speech.
Are we gonna address this? All right. So first of all, I don't want people to just pretend that it's morning when it's the afternoon. That's what I don't. I don't want to live in lies. But I'm just saying that when it being morning, and then saying good morning, that's optimal. And it being afternoon and saying good afternoon, you're worried about half the day being gone. It's a stressful time. You're still at work, so you don't get to enjoy the evening yet. So yeah, good morning's just superior.
You can just the controller thingy. Yeah. We got a monitor here, so we can just move the stuff. There you go. We're good.
Zach's gaming.
Zach's gaming. Zach's got a gaming chair.
Xbox controller. Whoa, it's Darth Vader on it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like polygon Darth Vader.
Yeah, I don't know. When we bought that sticker for the controller, it was a cool sticker, but I didn't know. I was like, why do we have this? I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Oh yeah, we got you probably can't see it. We hope you guys enjoy the show. This is not intentional. This is just my room, and I'm a Back to the Future fan. Yeah, I don't know. But we got that too. But yeah, back to graduation. Yeah, no, it was much more than just walking across the stage. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal until I looked to my left and Melvin Marquez is like freaking out before his I was like, why are you freaking out? And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is like next stage stuff. And I was like, oh, now I get what he meant by, I don't know what my sitting is here. I'm just trying to, I don't know what he meant. So, that's the dreams I keep having, Beans.
Yes, tell me more.
And I don't know what they mean.
Well, you see, your dream about Melvin Marquez obviously means that you what do I know about Melvin?
I got beef with Melvin. He's a mystery for you? He's a mystery for a lot of people.
He's a mystery for a lot of people.
We should have Melvin on. That'd be cool.
We should.
We should make him talk.
I have a lot of guests that I want on.
Yeah, that's what's so and BeansTalk's been going through some changes just because of the the stuff that we've been going through, like the stuff in our lives. We were growing up and stuff, and also we needed a break after Man and Death of Shame, but we still tried to get something out to you guys. But yeah, it's Melvin would be interesting. There's a lot of people that we really wanted to have on, like at the end of the year. Like, we really wanted to have Lamont on for senior prank stuff. We're still going to have him on for that. It's just going to be a little outdated. But we really wanted to get this rolling. Because we talked about this really early in the podcast, right?
Yeah, being up here.
Being up here visually.
I didn't think I'd ever see the day.
I don't think... I really didn't because I was like, it'll get to summer and we won't want to do it. But it's like easier for us to do it now. We didn't really do it before because it was a little harder. It was in the deeper midst of COVID. It was during that, and we were in school. We had stuff going on. Now it's just jobs. Now we just got jobs. Yeah.
We just got jobs. And I've told Zach about this. I haven't told Scola. I'm writing a piece for the alumni newspaper. Maybe, I don't know how good of an idea this was. Alright, so, I guess it's a good idea. But it is just me doing work for free, which is maybe not too good of an idea. Anyways, so, Mrs. Bergen walking through Martin's, and she's like, oh, yo, hey, what's up, Ben? And I'm like, oh, hey. And she's like, hey, you can write this, you can write a piece on the musical, because I told her I was going into, like, English and creative writing stuff. She was like, you can write a piece on the musical for the alumni newspaper. And I was like, you know what, cool, I'll do that. So I've written in a rough draft. I'll finish it hopefully soon. It's not due for a little bit, so I got time. I'm gonna edit it. And hopefully I can write a good paper.
Doing schoolwork after school is finished.
I'm never leaving St. Joe.
That was I told you this too earlier. It was so weird. Like my last day of because I was like out of town when the last days of school happened, but basically after those last days, I still went back to St. Joe so many times after that. I like for the film fest, but then also like returning my computer, picking up my computer, getting our diplomas, a bunch of other stuff, taking care of last minute things with like FBLA. It was they're really there really is no escape, Zach.
A tree with many roots does not come out of the ground easily.
Yes. It was weird. I thought I would be done and be like, it was like that. It's different because with like I remember freshman year. You remember that feeling at the end of freshman year, and you took finals, and you got home and you were like, yeah. And you never went back to school then, unless it was like for sports. I returned to St. Joe more times after my school year ended than I had any other year. Just to take care of some things. I remember that day vividly, and I think I like posted something on Snapchat. It was like, we're done, and I think I like poured Mountain Dew all over myself, and I was like, yes, and it's the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's true. There was no finality to the end of senior year. You're just the last day. You're there, and we had a rough last day of St. Joseph High School.
Okay, well, I wasn't even there,
it.
and we're just gonna skip over it because it sounds bad.
Well, yeah, but and so that was a tough way to leave St. Joe. Yeah, we're just gonna skip over it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it kind of just fizzled out, especially for me because I was just out of town for the last few days. So I didn't realize my last few days were my last few days until I left. It's that that cliche, you don't. What was it? What was it? Didn't we say
copyright strike?
Yes, we will be. Because oh my gosh, it's so weird. You know how I told you this? We'll get back to what I was about to say, but how like small channels, YouTube is starting to like do that. They're allowed to put ads, and you don't make money, but they can make money from that. It happened to us.
It did?
At least I thought it did. I saw it. I swear I did.
There was an ad on one of our videos.
I swear, and maybe. You guys can let me know if I'm just like maybe I saw something else, but because it can happen to any channel, and YouTube is allowed to do this. And like it was like a few weeks after I got the email of the changing terms of service, where they can put anything on there and we don't make money from it. But I swear it happened because I was just checking in on one of our videos with the views on my other YouTube account, just to look, and I swear there was an ad. It was like 5 seconds. I don't know what it was for. But it's so weird. It's like now we're officially part of YouTube because we've been cheated by YouTube.
Yeah.
We're officially.
You're not a YouTuber unless you've been cheated.
You're not a YouTuber, yeah, because really people say, you're not a YouTuber until you got certain subscribers. No, you're not a YouTuber until you've realized the harsh reality of this
YouTube doesn't care about you.
YouTube doesn't care.
What's her name?
That's the thing though. Susan's nice.
Susan?
At least from what I've never met Susan. I've never met Susan. No, she's I don't know how to say her last name. I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to insult her.
I remember it being.
It starts with a W. Yeah. It was in a. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this. It was in an SAT writing prompt.
Ooh.
I had to write about her.
We're about to get banned.
That's all I'm gonna say. We had to write about her though, like her, like I don't know if it was like her rise to being in YouTube or something like that, or maybe that she was like CEO of YouTube while she was like a mom or something like that. I was talking about that, but yeah, no, she's as far as I can see is like nice, but it stinks because she represents one of the most hated platforms, but also one of the most used platforms.
Yeah, YouTube is gigantic.
YouTube is interesting. You think, people always talking about, Disney's going to take stuff over. You think Disney's ever going to... Or does Disney have YouTube? Disney doesn't have YouTube. Can Disney even take YouTube? I didn't know anyone could take YouTube since it's like a public...
So YouTube, was its own thing, but then it got bought by Google, right? It was started up by these people who just wanted to be able to just make videos and put them online. But then, Google bought it, and major staff turnover, obviously, and here we are now. Mm-hmm. It's a different world.
Yeah, it really is. It's interesting. It's weird to it's weird to claim that we're part of this when we've got 48 subscribers.
Yeah, I guess this is the most subscribers I've ever had as a YouTuber, but
yeah,
I've had that little kid make a few YouTube videos.
No, there was that era where I wasn't really like I want to be a YouTuber, but it was like because I think we made like a small we made a small little. Me and my friend made like a weird Lego skit where it was like stop motion Lego. It was cool. And I remember thinking, okay, it's not a big deal. The next day I looked and it had like 110 views because obviously we were at a elementary school full of so many kids.
Nice.
And I was like, we gotta pump up these views. And I got really excited. I was like, wait, we need to do this. We need to actually get this view count up. But I didn't think of it as like we need to get big. It was just like, let's get views. Because that was such a... Going viral kind of started when we were like kids. That term. You know, everyone was like, oh, you guys want to go viral or something like that? Or get views or something like that?
Yeah, before you would just blow up and you would have to like have a talent.
Yeah.
Like singing or...
Now you can just react to stuff or talk about nonsense. There's a lot of things you can... It's I don't know if it's reflective of how talent is now like seen, or if it's like reflective upon like what counts for people as, oh, well, this is entertaining enough. Which stuff can be entertaining, but because I'm gonna say it out loud, and I'm gonna say that in the context of YouTube, we're definitely in this group. There's definitely some talentless people on YouTube that are just like naturally funny and don't try to be. Like I think you have talent for being funny if you try to be funny and you're funny. Some people are just naturally funny, and they're able to just do that on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm thinking about all of the YouTubers. And it's blowing. I don't know. Like Report of the Week has a talent for, like knowing fast food. I genuinely believe he has like the best fast food takes.
Yeah.
But also he also just blew up from just saying, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. And like, you know, that's the like 2 lines.
Yeah.
But that probably got him. I don't know if that's like more clicks than anything, but like. That's his most famous thing. People know that, and they don't know who he is.
Yeah, a lot of people got YouTube channel. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have a YouTube channel.
Oh.
We don't have to talk a lot about that. That's just a thing that happens.
Means very little.
It means very little. No, it's just like I saw this other podcast talking about it, and they're also YouTubers, and they were kind of mad because they were like, why do you need this? You're the Duke and Duchess of...
Well, nobody needs anything. But...
Well, yeah, but like some people need a YouTube channel because it's like it's their job.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, and some people make it like that. People can make the same argument for us. We have jobs. We don't actually really need to like make that big of an income that YouTube brings right now.
Like Tup doesn't need streaming.
Tup doesn't need streaming. He just does it because he can, and he's good at it. And his YouTube channel has more subscribers than us.
Yeah, you deserve it, Tup.
I'm proud of Tup. I thought he was just like messing around, like
He doesn't mess around.
He doesn't mess around when he wants to do something. Definitely not. But yeah.
That's one person like because I'm kind of like that. Like I feel that. Like, I don't want to be like, you know, oh, let's do this. It'll just be a little bit of fun. I'm like, all right, guys, give me the frame data now. I need it. I need to understand every single facet, and I can be the best. But also, like, don't put in that time. So I don't actually learn the frame data.
Yeah, no, Tup acts really chill about it, too. He's super humble about it, which is both amazing and annoying, because he's, like, so big, and he's, like, not, like, big, but he's growing faster than... I think anyone really thought he would grow. But honestly, it doesn't surprise a lot of people because he already managed 3 sports and he was great at all 3 of them. Why not try something like gaming and doing streaming? I mean... No,
dude, yeah. Don't compete with Tup.
Tup, don't make a podcast, please. Don't out of nowhere just decide to try to do our thing as well, because you'll probably blow us out of it. You'll run us into the ground. We won't be able to compete. Yeah, it's I can't believe he actually like went through with that. I remember he talking about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I would definitely talk about it. Probably put all this effort into figuring out how to do it, and then not do it as much, just because I wouldn't want. This is different. I can edit at least a little bit or at least I can cut out parts where I'm like, I don't like that cringy joke I made, and I can look at stuff like, oh, that's a cringy joke Beans made. I'm gonna keep that in, but I can't do that like live stuff. Also, I feel bad because it's hard for me to like watch Tup streams, not because of Tup. I just don't like streaming. I don't like watching live stuff, but sometimes I'll force myself to watch it just because I like listening to Tup and hearing him try to do his thing, and yeah.
You guys want to do another clap?
Yeah.
More
sync.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, Jump Cut! Welcome back! Guess what happened? The thing...
Jeans!
Jeans! Notice my jeans came alive, and then they ate the phone.
Beans, are you still recording? Are you still recording? Okay, now we're back. Stuff happened. Stuff happened.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Hey,
mine's still good, right?
Zach, are you good neutral,
yes.
or...
We're just gonna jump right out. We're not gonna address.
What were we talking about?
I don't. What were we talking about, guys? This is gonna be fun for you because you get to just see us completely switch topics.
You get to see us lose our minds collectively.
Yeah.
As a family now, we're more united. Together we stand.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
That's gonna be my
It's true.
It's
We're
true.
we're strong together.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Oh, chaos. Okay, guys, so we're back. We're doing stuff. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're fine. We're good. I can't wait to figure this out.
Okay,
I can't talk.
So, boom. We were talking about YouTube.
Let's stop talking. No, we were talking about Tup.
Tup and how he could destroy everything. All right, next thing.
So I guess because we haven't really talked about how we felt about the final product of Death and Shame, because that's the last time they heard both of us. It was like 3 weeks ago. And then Zach jumped on and we released the film, and it's been a little bit since we've talked about stuff. So the film, I liked it. There's obviously always going to be stuff that I don't like about it, but I thought it ended up being decent. DePaul thought it was great. That was really the only recognition I think we were looking for, because everyone else would have been like, I don't get it. But I think if he got what we were doing, then I think we understood we were actually making something coherent.
Yeah. So, it wasn't horrible. And did I I was so attached to this film that it was tough to separate. It was definitely all right. It couldn't be what I was thinking of. Obviously, it was a really cool thing. I love that Zach was able to put in music.
Shout out to our guy Zach Taylor made the whole score in one day.
Can I just make one comment?
What's up?
Yeah, come over here. Get in the mic.
Yeah. Come on in. Zach sent. Yeah. Do the thing.
So there's one point. At the beginning, there's a murder. Spoilers. So there's a part where it's a synth and builds up, and then there's a bell hit.
A bell.
That shouldn't be there. I do not
the
want
bell?
that to... No.
You put that there.
I know, but I don't like it.
Oh, after you put it there.
I watched the movie at Film Fest, and I'm just like, oh my god, that shouldn't be there. That should just anything but that.
I thought the bell was alright. Obviously, the build up to it. The bell was cool. I liked it. Because I like the bell. The bell synced up with the eyes opening up. Pro cop.
I just don't like the tone of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It maybe could have been maybe a different kind of bell, maybe or
I'd like a different hit on there, maybe a timpani or something.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So Zach isn't completely happy with his music, but we thought it was great, and I thought it was impressive that he did it in one day. It was literally just me sitting in his house, just on my phone, waiting for him to figure out what we're gonna do with the music, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds great. No matter what you do, it's gonna be good." But yeah, so the film, I liked it. What was it? Some notes. What Mr. Paul was saying, it was really more people got what we were doing with that blood on hands thing than I thought people would. There was only one person. I think Amelia was the only one that was I kind of don't get it, but everyone else understood what was going on. I thought it was impressive that people actually got that.
But yeah, I don't think it was that complicated, honestly. And that's you know.
I think
like,
it could have been more. It would have been more complicated and harder to figure out if, like, in the editing process, we didn't like execute that correctly, which I think we did. That was the only thing I was ever worried about when making this film, is that when we edit this, it's gonna have to be clear what's going on, and I think it was. I think it did all right.
Yeah, but the music also.
But the music, yeah, because every time I looked at the raw footage, I was like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. But I was like, this is gonna be produced and it's gonna be cleaned up and stuff at the end, so I'm okay with it.
I definitely wish we had better audios.
Yeah, the audio thing I think was only. I don't know what it was. You want to talk about a little? Yeah, so that was fun. After I don't know. Beans doesn't even know about this. After we finished at Zach's house, I took it home. I was ready to have it, render, and then I listened to the final product, and there's like a whole scene with just no audio. I think because Zach accidentally pressed because you can mute stuff. I think he just accidentally pressed mute, so I just had to go in and overlay that audio. But you didn't even know. You didn't even notice. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, I think it was when Manny's like, "Don't break the chair," something like that. And no one really noticed because I'm such a genius. I'm so good.
Scola.
Yeah.
Yeah, major thanks to Scola also, because I was just like movie, and then Scola actually did stuff to make it happen.
Well, no, I think that's what we needed. If we hadn't have had there's a common theme in BeansTalk with you and me, chaos and I guess control. I think I'm less chaos. I don't know if I'm control. Chaos and not as much chaos. Chaos and action. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, ideation.
But if there's not that struggle, if there's not that relationship there, I don't think the film would have been what it was. If it had been all Beans, we just might not have even had a film, because Beans would have just been ambitious about everything, and the day we get to filming, he's like, oh. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But if it had just been me, it wouldn't have been if it had been me rushing Beans with the script, because Beans took his sweet time with the script, it did end up being a good script because he took his time. It wouldn't have been as because I think people were surprised at how sophisticated our dialogue sounded compared to other films. Other films were I don't want to say other films at the film fest were just stupid dialogue. It wasn't, but ours was our filmmaker minds just tried to put a really good dialogue of some hour and 45-minute movie into 12 minutes, and I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, that's just because I love writing, and when I the way I talk in person is not the way I write. I kind of get into this big. That wasn't even, the film wasn't even the height of it. If you read any of my writing, you'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I love making these, elaborate metaphors and stuff, and, just having very, fancy language.
Half of the, what was it? There was one line that I didn't want to cut out, even though it sounded, out of date, just because I liked how it sounded. It was the, what was one of the really... Oh, it was bully me with the sins that eat me alive. Yeah. And I was like, no one would ever say that today, but I still like it, and I'm gonna keep it in.
Yeah, that's some because I tried to keep it a little bit more real. But what Scola's making me realize is that I didn't accomplish that. But now I'm thinking of how Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it felt a little bit like that. I think someone actually made that comment to me after they watched it. They were like, it felt
that feels like a very.
That's good, because Pulp Fiction is great.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is good. Yeah, it's if it's anything with Quentin, man, if anything compares you to Quentin's stuff, it's gonna be good.
That feels good.
QT, what a guy, what a filmmaker. I haven't watched a lot of his films. I've watched the obvious ones, like Pulp Fiction and
2 or 3.
And Kill Bill, obviously. I haven't seen Django, and I want to see that.
Oh, I have seen Django.
I want to see that. I'm trying to do this thing. Obviously, my goal for the summer was to watch more stuff. And I've been accomplishing that, but obviously with graduation going on, I kind of slowed down, and I need to get back to that. Because I was watching I do this thing where to make sure I watch different films, so it's not just the same kind of film with the same actors. I do this thing, so I started by watching, I watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and that's a Robert Downey Jr. movie. So then I said, okay, let's watch another movie that has him in it. And then I watched The Soloist. And then I was like, okay, let's watch another one with Robert Downey Jr. And then I watched The Chef. And now I'm going to watch movies with someone from The Chef. And I think I watched something called Made or something like that. It's got like Jon Favreau and what's his name? I forget who else. But I'm gonna start doing that, relating to actors and trying to watch that. I did that before. Like I started off with Jesse Eisenberg, and then I moved on. That's how I watched this movie called. It was called something Moves. I think it was called Night Moves or something like that. It was like about this group of 3 environmental terrorists that are like that, like people that are like doing stuff for the betterment of like the environment and nature, but they're like hurting people.
Yeah.
And they blow up a dam to let the water go through or something like that. And it's just about that process. But I watch interesting films because of that process. So if you ever want to watch you ever want to get to watching films that you never would, just do that. Watch a movie and then pick an actor from there. Watch another movie of theirs. Pick another actor from that movie and start branching out like that, because you'll get to people that you didn't even know made decent films. Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of movies I've watched have actually been like, hear about it from. I used to be watching a ton of YouTube, and I would see like, watch movie reviews, and I'd be like, oh, this guy really likes this movie, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And then I would. Yeah, follow directors-ish a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I should do that as well. Try to like look at, because that's usually what happens is I just look at the big movies of actors and I don't even realize who's directing these movies. And they're great directors that no one's really heard of, but like you probably couldn't, like I like if I named off a movie, there's a small chance that you could name who directed that.
Yeah.
Even if it's like Quentin Tarantino. Like sometimes people just don't realize who's directed or produced a movie, and you're like, oh, well that makes sense now, because that's the kind of style that director or producer likes.
Tarantino, he's one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, that's hard to get wrong. Like him and Scorsese, that's hard to not know.
They kind of really got their
Scorsese, like Spielberg. That's I remember seeing, I forget what it was, but it was this. It was a pretty recent one that he directed, and as soon as I saw Spielberg, I was like, oh yeah, this is a Spielberg movie. I was like, I didn't know it was him, but I definitely get it now. Because some projects just we do projects. They do actual films. BeansTalk does small projects for baby boys. Quentin Tarantino does big boy stuff. But yeah, some films just have that feel of like, this is definitely like, with the big ones, you could probably play a game of like Guess Who, and you could probably get it right because just the way that they are. Like Quentin Tarantino loves playing with, at least as far as I could see, because I haven't seen a lot of his films. There's just a weird atmosphere to each one.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar throughout all of them.
I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely a little bit like over the top.
It's over the top, but it's like simplistic over the top a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's not over the top that like, it's not like a Tenet over the top, or like Inception over the top, which both are really good films.
It's human beings.
It's human beings being over the top, and it's like cool camera angles and like cool ways of telling the story. Like Pulp Fiction's great with that. I'm not going to say anything because if you haven't seen it, go see it. I like how they tell that story. But, yeah. Man, sitting here makes it feel shorter. Makes the recording feel a little shorter. I don't know if we'll have this out, just depending on how the process goes, because this is different for me, trying to figure out how to, like, edit this one instead of just putting some audio over this thing. But we hope you guys like the new setup we got going. We definitely have some stuff coming out in the future. We're already working on another project. BeansTalk Road Trip is coming soon, so keep you guys eyes peeled for that. Any closing remarks for them? This is the first in-person outro.
In-person outro, yeah.
People get to see your face when you try to come up with these rhymes instead of just...
Sitting here, look at us with water cups. We got BeansTalk crew in a room, I mean all of us. Soon we'll have a guest, and that'll be the best. Thank you for listening. I hope you see what's next.
That was beautiful. I liked it.
Yeah, that was alright.
Zach, you can go ahead and take us out.